Welcome to the Own Your Family, where real stories and proven formulas are shared about leaving the rat race so you can achieve freedom and spend more quality time with your family. Get ready, mompreneurs and dadpreneurs, to get inspired by earning from home, living healthy, and aspiring for more in life with your hosts, Renaat and Katrina.
Is this the end game of our financial system? Or better said, how the petrodollar and the world currency can change? Are we living through this end game scenario? Is this the moment that everything in front of us about our currency, fiat system, is changing? For me, it started all years ago. Exactly 7 years ago, when I dive more into what the financial system really is. One of those documentaries that made it very clear to me was The Four Horsemen. It's the documentary of the Renaat Corporation, who put everything nice together based on the story of the Four Horsemen, of the apocalypse that will come. And it came back to me in the last couple of weeks, like, is this what's going on in our world today? Is this kind of apocalyptic feeling of fear and change and non-stop propaganda? Is this what is below all those stories? In the Renegade Four Horsemen documentary, do they talk about how the currency system really works and how the businesses are really operating? 23 international thinkers are going into how there is a big change coming in our way of looking to the world, political, financial, and how the governments are working. The film, or the documentary, how I call it, doesn't just bash bankers or criticize the politicians who are get involved in all or not conspiracy theories. No, the documentary is about a debate. How our economical paradigm is changing. So is this now the time? Because it's like 10 years ago that I was already watching this, the change of the economical system. But since 2008, the system is obvious, growing out of a bubble, like a boom-bust super bubble. Is this now the end game? The end game, based on the book, The End Game of Our Financial System, of Maarten Verheijen, it's a book who goes through that end game, how the end game can evolve in our life. And maybe this is what's happening today. But first, what can we learn from the reality? As based in reality, it's important to know that if you just keep watching TV, that you are being programmed. So turning off your TV and choosing your programs, your books, your input of information very carefully, that can change a lot of your thinking. Now check out all the news about the viruses, the COVID, Delta, Gamma, Omicron, all those viruses, and suddenly the big news about the war in Ukraine. The good news is that the war in Ukraine is not as contagious for now. But what is it about the gold and the future? So much is changing. So many investors already warned before the war that the numbers and the historical times we live in is like unprecedented low gold price, a broken economical system after 2 years of disrupted logical the economical change. So what is it now that's going on? Is gold the future for us? Maybe this is a talk that you would say, it's a little bit too late. Many have been were warning for gold for decades. The gold bugs are going in that for so long. But hey, better late than never. Why should you actually worry or go into to investing in gold and precious metals? You can look into some of the links I share, like just take out of this last week's piece that I read about what's going on with Ukraine and the war they blame on Putin, and how it involves the precious metals and how it involves the gold. One reference is here. Nowadays, it's from the Ministry of Russia. Nowadays, when buying a gold bar from a bank, the value added tax of the commodity is paid at a rate of 20%. The reverse transactions, the sale of the bar to the bank, does not involve the return of the VAT paid, which makes transactions with gold unprofitable for citizens. Against the background of an unstable geopolitical situation, investing in gold would be an ideal alternative to buying dollars. The USA currency is more volatile, subject to all kinds of risk. Because of this, it cannot be worthy competitor to precious metals, said Russian Finance Minister Anton Silunov. The rate of gold is subject to short-term fluctuation, but in long-term investments show their profitability. In this regard, and now it comes, the Russian Ministry of Finance has prepared a positive conclusion to the draft law developed by the deputies of the State Duma, suggesting the abolition of VAT on gold for individuals. So, the abolition of the taxes, good, great. What if they now declare that? We've seen how a war is not only a physical war, but also economical war. The banking, the banks got involved, the stock markets got involved, but it's also an IT war. It's a hackers war. It's a complete war is going on now here. A nation that abolished the VAT on gold. This is a new step, it's a reality, and can be part of the end game for our financial system. Could be, it's just an observation that I'm making of the present times. So, if you're working from home and when you run your home business, or you're a mom and dadpreneur and you hear those stories or you listen to what's going on, it's like, why is nobody telling you that investing in gold is a long-term profitable business? You hold your assets, you hold your buying power with those precious metals. Why is it not available in the apps on your phone of your bank? Why is it like a hidden secret? Check the hidden secret link in the links below this podcast. Because as an entrepreneur, you better be aware how you can prevent your hard-earned money to be stolen. How can you serve your family when you don't have the money or don't have the buying power anymore? So you have to keep your buying power, especially in these times with crazy situations, non-stop propaganda and fake news. So what are the right steps to do with buying real physical golds, silver and precious metals? You at least make a step in this investment of your assets. It's about taking steps to protect you and your family, rather than making that one hit bid on a certain cryptocurrency and try to become millionaire overnight. No, it's protecting the family, investing for your children. Whatever happens in Ukraine, whatever happens with the next virus, it is owning some real valuable asset. At least how I look to it, or in my word set. So, for the clarity, since I don't provide any financial advice, I have no background, no intention to give you financial advice. This is purely my opinion about the reality, what's going on, and how this could be part of the end game of a financial system. You can better listen to real specialists like goldsilver.com, goldmoney.com, gold999.com. A few of those references that you can check out and see what they publish about the precious metal market and especially gold and silver. The reality is that there is a monetary system with a gold lining. It's a currency-based fiat system that will not stay forever. You can read more about those things. You can follow us here on this channel. Now and then we take a topic about wealth and investments, assets. But in other words, you have to stand in these times up straight. You have to stand up straight, put your shoulders back, see what you can spare, see what you can invest, and you can allocate your gold to some safe vault, secured precious metal location, and walk on your life's path. No time to be afraid, but time to think and protect your family with smart investments. Owning gold is like flying in a Boeing 747. Owning silver is flying in a F-16, said James Turk. And I agree with that totally. Want to know more? Check out goldsilver.com, check out other links, or read the book of Maarten Verheijen, how this all can be in the end game of our financial system. See you next time.
Thanks for listening. Join our online family by signing up for your free account at www.ownyourfamily.com and begin your journey to freedom. Want to get there faster? Book a strategy call with us at ownyourfamily.com/book a call. As always, be sure to leave a rating and subscribe to our podcast and channel so you never miss a future episode.